This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? Today we're gonna do a range test of yet another Audi. Okay, previously I said the sexy beast was the Q6 e-tron Sportback. This is the real sexy beast. This is the A6 Sportback. And man, have you ever seen a car that is like this before? Huh? You know, the back here kind of reminds me of Renault Laguna 1. Okay, whatever. Okay. But man, this is so nice. Okay, I tested the Avant before, the station wagon, whatever you should call it, right? What is it called again in Germany? Okay, whatever, I don't remember. Yeah, so it should be more efficient, right? Because it's more aerodynamic. However, the other car I tested, the Avant, had different tires. Now we have Pirelli P0 here, but we have slightly wider. It was 265 in the Avant. And then, yeah, also slightly wider in the front. This is 245, it's 235, but 21 inch. So maybe that cancels out everything, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I can show you from different angles. In the back, okay, we have less space in the trunk here. It's still a Quattro. Why does it do that? Also the Q6 did that. No, don't close it, shit. Man, wait. Okay, maybe I'm just too close to it, I'm not sure. But actually, no, you know what? I think that doesn't have anything to do with that. Because if I do this, and then I can remote open it from the key fob, and you will see that if you double click, okay, now it works. Okay, maybe it was just being oversensitive. Yeah, but this is what you're losing out, the smaller trunk. I still haven't tested Banana Box yet to see how much we can fit in there. But also we get slightly worse headroom here in the back. The front here should be the same unless they have lowered the whole car, I'm not sure. But yeah. Is it only 15 degrees outside? Okay, we're gonna do the range test. We drive the regular route. Oh, okay, no, okay. This always pops up. No, okay, there. But here there's a slight slowdown. But okay, whatever. We're gonna drive the route now. You guys know it, Mjøsen route. And I'll be using drive select. Let's go for efficiency. Yeah, the preset here for the best efficiency. It should lower once we start driving. Okay, we just reset some stuff here and then off we go. All right, we start the 120 test first. I have to cruise 123. And to make the test more realistic, I'll be hugged in the left lane all the way, like a true Audi driver. And then of course, if I change lane, I'll just change lane like this without using blinkers. Blinker, what the heck is that? There's a thing over here, you know? Yeah. But we just want to make it as realistic as possible. So yeah, we go to Strandlisha. Let me see, start there. Okay, it says also how many percent we will drive with. Wonderful. And also shows it here. Oh, wonderful. And I can show here, just like the other cars. Yeah, you show some stats here. It's actually using only the rear motor as we cruise now. And the battery is also nice and warm. But man, this car is nice. You know, I'm not an SUV guy, I'm a sedan guy. I like Model 3 and Model S and EQS, right? And this that goes right down my alley. Yeah, and also not that boxy thing in the back, but I don't mind station wagon also. So, yeah, I forgot, it's called Kombi in Deutsch, yeah. But yeah, it's just great feel. It's nimble around the curves and the roundabouts. Over the bumps also nice and soft. You know, it's German technology at its best. Yeah, okay, it cost a lot, 1 million NOK, and this doesn't even have the leather seats. Yeah, but it's a great car. We just have to check out how efficient it is. When it comes to soundproofing, it sounds really nice and quiet. We have some rough Norwegian asphalt, 21-inch wheels, but nice and quiet in here, yeah. Like a true German electro-auto. And how is Mjøsen today? Yeah, we have wind from the north. It's getting colder now, only 15 degrees over here. Yeah, we've been getting 25 degrees in the past. So, well, winter's coming. Brace yourself. Alright, when I do the 120 test, we only go to here, yeah, Strandlisha. It's a 66 kilometer loop. Let's see, yeah, oh, nice region. But wait, I wish it was stronger. It feels kind of weak. I mean, we have 800 volt architecture here. It charges at 285 kilowatt, but it doesn't regen that strong. Well, okay, I don't use B mode. Let me see. B mode usually gives you slightly stronger regen. Okay, let's go back to B mode. But yeah, just nice and firm ride without being too harsh, right? Oh, this is perfect. Oh, we're on the way back now. I noticed something. You know, when I test cars, I usually bring this sunshade here. It's just a cheap from what they write. But I didn't put it on here. And the sun is in that direction. And when I keep my hand here, it's still nice and cold. Also in the front windscreen, I wonder if this car has infrared blocking here. Or I don't know what it's called again. Many German cars, they have that. German premium cars. Ah, this is wonderful. Normally, when you drive against the sun, you'll feel hot, especially now I'm wearing black also. But here, nice and chill. This is why Deutsche Elektroautos are the best. Okay, result 217 watt-hour per kilometer. It is thirstier than the Avant. Maybe because of tires, but also the distance here seems to be underreported. So yeah, I need to calculate the correct consumption. But okay, let's try the 90 test then. Now we go at 90, 93 on the speedo. We have the nice head-up display here with AR. It's big, you can see it here. And yeah, it's cold-ish, 15 degrees Celsius outside. Yeah, the other run with the Avant, that was 16 degrees. So, okay, maybe that also leads to slightly better consumption. So, we'll just drive the same route again, the same loop. And also, when I check on Google, I think I have it here in the history. There, and I think it's there, yeah. Yeah. It's actually a 65 kilometer round trip. So, it was reported almost dead corrected. And this car is also equipped with a Bang & Olufsen sound system. I mean, when you pay 1 million NOK for an Audi A6, you better get the Bang & Olufsen, right? I don't know what is the lower trim or lower tier. Is it Bose? Okay, we need to test this. Sounds great. Nice and crisp, like I know from all the Bang & Olufsen. The treble is really high detail. Incredible how detailed it is. I listen to songs I normally don't listen to that often, right? And I was like, whoa. And then I listened to here, it's like, it sounds so great. Also nice and deep bass. I like it. Okay, next. It's just wonderful. I actually switch off the headrest speaker. Wait, does it have it? I think it has it. I switch it off. I don't know. I personally don't like it. I prefer to have the speakers here and in the back, not in the headrest. Well, that's probably me. I'm just old-fashioned. I'm getting old and grumpy. Let's skip it a bit. We're gonna listen to some rattling in the doors. Of course, it doesn't have it. It's a German car. And the last, oh, yeah. There's a place loud. No distortion, no clipping. It's wonderful. The only thing I noticed when I played some other songs is that the bass seems to be kind of boomy, because now we're nitpicking, because the subwoofer is in the trunk, actually under the trunk. So when the sound waves need to travel that far, tends to be a bit boomy, not as firm as, again, the best I consider is Lotus Electra with KEF reference system. The center console here in the Lotus is not very spacious because they put the freaking subwoofer there. Two woofers, two elements in the double configuration, and it's incredible nice and tight. Yeah, that's what he said. With that sound system, but also goes deep. So that is the best, that is the 10 out of 10, but this is still a 9.9 or 9 point whatever, 5 or whatever, right, out of 10. So well, let's see. Fan så deilig, altså. Okay, there might be kids watching. Okay, sorry, I take that back. I shouldn't curse on YouTube. Okay, let's check the weight. Front axle, wait, there, further in, there. 1200, okay. Whole car. 2480, hey, it's 20 kilograms heavier than the Avant. Huh, really? Maybe heavier rims. And this is a bit weird. You see, when you press the mute button here, if you're playing music, it keeps playing it, but just muted. It's like a Chinese car. But it doesn't make any sense, because if you want to mute, you also want to pause the music. What is the point of playing something like this from a USB stick in the background? Ich weiß nicht. Result this time, 162 watt-hour per kilometer. Also higher than the Avant. Alright, we're back home. So based on the test today, seems like this car is slightly less efficient than the Avant. And okay, I think I know why. Because if you look at the low speed test, the difference is bigger, right? 12 watt-hour per kilometer difference. But then in the high speed test, only 6 watt-hour per kilometer. If you have fatter tires and maybe stickier tires, I believe the P0, maybe they are stickier than Palette Sport, not 100% sure, but at least fatter tires should be less efficient, maybe more rolling resistance. Rolling resistance is more of a constant, not that much dependent on speed, whereas this slicker form on this car might give you better drag coefficient, and then at higher speed the difference becomes smaller. So yeah, it would be interesting. This weekend I'm gonna do 1,000 kilometer challenge with this car. Finally, yes, because Isabel is home now. He has, well, wouldn't say fully recovered, but at least doesn't have to be stuck at the hospital. So in the 120 kilometers per hour zone, past Varberg, past Falkenberg, then maybe this car is more efficient than the Avant because of aerodynamics, especially if headwind and it's cold outside. So we'll see then what kind of time we'll get on this car, right? But yeah, interesting. Maybe a little bit of physics. Maybe you guys have a good explanation why, or maybe it was just 1 degree Celsius colder today and that made a difference also. But yeah, it's still pretty good range despite that we have some fat tires. So yeah, I guess if you put skinny and not so sticky tires, then you could get amazing range. But it almost doesn't matter because it's 800 volt architecture. It charges, well, I was about to say really fast, 285 kilowatts. Well, the Chinese cars, they're like, hold my beer. Okay. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.